So Destiny coming out almost 1.5 years ago, it's already been voted Game of the Year upon its release, and I played it. I played through most of it, as much as you can do without the DLCs, which is saying a lot already. Oh, have you played Destiny? Oh yeah, I played as much as I can. And people who don't know Destiny or have never played it, when when someone says, "Did you play the game?" and you say, "Yeah, I played as much as I can," a red, you know, sign goes off in their head, just like, "What do you mean you played as much as you can do?" Yeah, I play as much as I can do without spending $30 more on the game to buy the DLCs, you know? Naturally, thinking to spend $60 on a game, you expect to get the whole game and not just a part of it and wait for some expansion to coming out, or some DLC coming out to let you go even farther in the game. I'm looking at you, Borderlands, but that's okay. We're gonna have some quotes of what people said about the game, and the one that bothered me the most, uh, it said it was more than a game. Um, well, that obviously isn't true. It is a game. It is more than a game. I agree with that. But what it is a combination of many other games just put into one game, which is why I think it's so successful. Destiny having, a kind of a story crunched into a ball of paper and unraveled 6 years later and saying, "Oh wow, I forgot I wrote this," and then forgetting half of it and then putting it into a game where there's like three other crumbled balls laying around your apartment somewhere and you just didn't unravel them because you can't find them. So you make DLCs when you find them. You know what I'm talking about? So each crumbled ball of paper is like every DLC you're gonna unleash later. It's just stupid. For its gameplay, it's not very different. It's the same general thing, running around and shooting things. Not very different from any other game there. And its gameplay, getting new items from different missions and raids, and just doing them over and over and over again until you get new items. That's not different at all. It's not even fun. For a grinding game, it's pretty standard for every other grinding game, but I've played a lot of other MMOs, and for some reason this is probably like the one MMO I do not want to play for more than like one day. Frankly, I actually don't know the reason for that. I just don't want to play this game. Is it a lot more fun than all the other MMOs I've played? I've played some pretty bad MMOs, but I have not played any MMO less than I have played Destiny, for as bad as it can be. Even a simple game like Avatar Farm online for the Xbox 360 and Pinball. There's a pinball game on Xbox. There's Onigiri that's free. There's Warframe that's free. Almost all the games I have downloaded on my Xbox 360 I have played longer than Destiny. And that's just because I find Destiny really boring. For its running around shooting things, that's not very different from any other game I've ever played. For it being fun and different and more than a game is kind of an exaggeration, because it's not more than a game. It's kind of just multiple games set in one that I don't want to play, because it's just a copy of all those other games where I could just play one game, and that could be a lot more entertaining than what they try to do with Destiny. For it being the game of the year, and having over 50 awards, it's not that different, you know? So, one of the most important things in a game is how fun it is to play, and how much you really want to play the game. One, the gameplay is not different at all. just running around shooting things and hiding behind things when you are too weak to shoot things, so it's basically the same as any other shooting game. There's missions that you just travel by ship, and you just select and go, select and go. It's like going to Walmart, pick what you want, and just go home. Yeah, not that fun. I don't see the fun in that. It's just kind of like other games I've played. It's not different whatsoever. You just choose a place and go. And the mission for how you play your missions is not any different. There's an objective, run to it, shoot things to get there, and you do it. Does that sound fun? No, it doesn't, but for some reason it is fun to a lot of other people. I'm running around and shooting things.
Well, if we get another shot,
does that seem fun to you? Running and shooting? I know there's a lot of games out there that are just like this, running and shooting. And they're doing very good, which is kind of the reason why I think this game's doing good, because right now the only games that are selling are shooting games, FPS games. That's it. That's pretty much the only the only games that are coming out, and that's all the games we're being limited to, because no one else has any other ideas in the FPS games. And it's kind of sad, honestly, how this is the kind of game that everyone is happy with. This kind of game, the kind of game where you run around and shoot things and do hours full of raids and just listen to like a half put together story that's been sitting in someone's basement in like some time capsule for ever, and it's so loose that like it felt like a kindergarten. People who claim this as being the best game ever and being game of the year, and although all the credit's been given, they just doesn't deserve it, because this game isn't that. It's kind of just a combination of games that, like, it's just a combination of the best games and put together, and I don't see any difference. And this game isn't what it should be given. This game isn't really that much fun. It really isn't. I'm running around and shooting things, and I don't know what else to do. And frankly, I don't think you can either. The only thing you can do is run around and shoot things. I don't see how other way you can play this game. I don't see how it can be as engaging as people say it can be. For a half game that supposedly gets better when you spend more money on it, I don't think it's worth it. If I have to spend more money to make something better, I'd rather buy 2 different games that will keep me occupied longer than this. Because all the other games I've played, this is probably the one game I've played less than 10 hours of. The best game that I've ever played was Sleeping Dogs, and let me just say, I have repeated that story 3 times, and I have not once even thought about creating a new character to listen to this stupid story again. I have not even tried, I don't want to try, and I don't want to spend another $30 to supposedly make this game better than it already is. I'm not saying it's good, I'm saying it's so bad that I don't want to spend another cent on this game just to supposedly make it better than it is right now, because I actually don't think that you need to spend money to make the game better than it is. This game is just not what I would want to spend my money on. I'd rather actually play Borderlands, and I only play Borderlands for a few hours. I'd probably play Borderlands less than this, but I don't want to spend another minute on this game. I have to make this video, but I actually do not want to. There's nothing that makes me want to keep playing this game If there was, sure. And the rewards and new oh yeah, the rewards. Congratulations. I got a sniper rifle and a whatever. I got a helmet. Cool. But what if I get something that's worse than what I already have? There's nothing else to do. You can do raids over and over and over again. But is that all I can do? Yeah, that's basically what you have to do. You have to do raids, bounties, crucible, more raids, more things, and just do more raids. You have to spend more money on the game. Well, if you don't already have it. Like, I don't. And for what it is, for having different planets, and different locations in the different planets, and being in the spaceship, that idea has already been taken. I'm sorry. I played Warframe, and that game came out, what, 3 years ago? I don't know. But that game came out a while ago, and that idea has been taken. It probably was taken before that, before Warframe. You know, it's just, it's not any different. Not at all. It's not. I don't understand why this game got so much reputation, and why is it so good? It's not. It really isn't. It's not that different. It's the same thing. It doesn't have any different gameplay. It has hours of raids you have to grind and grind and grind, and those raids aren't even fun because it involves shooting, more shooting, running around, shooting, and the mission maps are 80% barren, and are just, you know, there's the objective, which is 20%, and then there's the rest of the map, which is just barren wasteland that you have to travel with your Sparrow for like 5 minutes until you get to your objective. So, congratulations, that's why you spent most of your time in the game, which is traveling around, trying to get to your mission first. And then there's these somewhat cool customization items and guns that you get from the raids. Congratulations, you spent an hour getting one gun that's better than the other. What are you gonna do? Oh, do the raid again and get a better gun, aren't you? And then there's this, and it's just, what can you do? There's nothing more than you can do to that. I mean, once you already get something, and then you know in your brain that you're gonna have to do it again to get something better if you want to get your light level up. Yeah, congratulations. Is that all you can do? What happens when you get your light level to the top? What can you do? I don't know. What can you do that's different? Shoot more things. Congratulations, you can shoot more things. You got a legendary weapon. You can shoot more things. This game isn't really challenging whatsoever. Really, it's not challenging. It's kind of easy. I don't see what else I can do more than play through the whole story, and then that's it. Play through the whole story, play with your friends, and yeah. I don't see how this can be fun. I don't see how it can be fun to play with your friends. You're there sitting in silence and pressing your RT, reloading, pressing more RT, and switching maybe to your secondary and maybe a heavy. And that's pretty much it. Congratulations, you're done with the raid. Time to go back and do it again for another 6 hours.
Your mom,
no.
you come out of the bathroom, turn around, you just watch 3 pounds. Yeah, what are you doing?
When they see us, they're going,
What are you talking